What advocates say is that, look, employers are more likely to put facilities in right-to-work states than in non-right-to-work states. And there's some economic theory that suggests that this is the case. And if you look at what's happened on the ground in the real world, that does seem to be the case with regard to firms locating in states. It's also said that right-to-work states enjoy faster levels of private sector employment growth. And again, this is what economic theory has suggested you would see. And if you look at the facts on the ground, that does seem to bear out substantially stronger employment growth in right-to-work states versus non-right-to-work states. Same for unemployment rates. Economic theory would suggest you're going to have lower unemployment rates in right-to-work states. And that has been true up till the last year and a half or so, where all the states are growing pretty quickly now. The economy is doing pretty well. So that gap between the right-to-work states and the non-right-to-work states in terms of unemployment rates has really fallen to maybe 0.2%. It's not a huge gap right now. But traditionally, it has been a bigger gap, and there hasn't been a single year since 2001 where the numbers have inverted, right? So you have always seen lower unemployment rates in right-to-work states than in non-right-to-work states. Declining union density. This is something unions also point out that, well, okay, maybe it doesn't impact wages of everybody across the state, but look, if you have a right-to-work law, you're going to have lower union density, and then that would hurt everybody across the state. So let's look at the numbers. Does, in fact, a right-to-work law mean lower union density? Well, Indiana just passed a law back in 2011. Their numbers have dipped a little bit, but they're still at 8.9% union membership in the state, which is above the national average, which is about 6.9% in the private sector. West Virginia at 11%. Again, they just passed a right-to-work law, so that number is also above the national average. Then in Michigan, had a right-to-work law on the books for a couple years. They're still at 15.6%. It's more than double the private sector average. And finally, Nevada, which passed a right-to-work law back in the 40s, they've still got a very strong union presence in that state of 12.7%. So to make a blanket statement that, hey, if you pass this law, you're going to have lower union density, it's going to hurt everybody, doesn't necessarily hold water. The numbers don't quite bear that out.